And really, that's sad. It's really sad. Hey, yeah, but on both of these cables, I'm pulling up a short. That's the problem with doing it. See, this one, it just pulls up a short.
Is the wired wrong?
That I don't know, and I've got my own tips and everything, and I can probably try it again.
These are wired backwards.
Oh. It's currently streaming on YouTube. If you go to Summit County's YouTube page. No, it's Summit County Utah. And they make.
Yeah.
Oh, we've been doing it
A couple
we've been
years
doing it
ago.
3 years or so. There you go. Yeah. I stream it to the Summit County page itself. And Tyler may put a link on the Summit County Fair page. Again, if you want to,
I'm gonna pull up Summit County right now.
Okay.
No,
I'm not going to worry about it right now. I'll do it between things. But I didn't do this yesterday, and I should have. But I was fixing so many other things.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're back.
Well, this one definitely. I think what happens.
Okay, everybody, we're ready to get started this morning with the Junior Livestock Swine Show, the Hog Show. We have our judge here, his name is Sandy Weissa. She comes to us from Solid, Nevada.
Oh,
This is the first time we've had her here at our county fair. We're super excited to have her here. Judged college over at Oregon State,
yeah,
and
I can fix
judged
it.
all over the nation.
I just wanted
including
to
the big shows in Denver.
come just
Until
because
the
of
bigger
what the
show.
hell
So
is going on.
she's got tons of experience, tons of knowledge, done all of the season, including something we'll talk about. But
You know,
we're ready
I
to
should've
roll with
tested
this show.
yesterday.
You make
Class
sure those
number
ends over
one,
there were good.
class number one, lightweight,
You make sure those
230.
ends over there were
I
all the
good.
didn't-
way
I'll
through.
change
Class
the
one,
whole
make your way
I'll change
into
the
this
whole
show,
back,
ready,
so.
please. Class one.
Like, I think those ends are good.
It's probably okay. Yeah,
Okay.
just let me know.
All right.
Hey, look at this up. Look at this up. So, okay, everything's right here.
Gonna announce our
Everything goes out
educational
over YouTube
display
backwards.
winners right now.
But
So
when I pull
first
up
place
YouTube,
goes
it's
to
fine.
Lindsay Downer.
Is that the weirdest
And
thing?
second place goes to Tristan Hendricks.
It goes
You can pick up your
out
ribbons and your
backwards.
prize money
Well,
here at
yeah, look,
the
you
table.
can see the cameras. So
Thanks,
this
guys.
is the camera. It's reversed.
Oh,
Is
I
that
see.
the most bizarre thing you have?
I see what you're talking about.
I'm like, why would it even do that? No. Okay, so go to YouTube. Do you have the YouTube app? Okay. Ads. Hidden. Okay, so someone can read that. Okay, yeah. But anyway,
Okay.
I'll know what to do, and we'll get them looked at.
All right. Let me know if you need
Hey,
anything.
thank you so much for coming up. I appreciate it. I apologize that I finally, the brain cells kicked in. I thought I should test those cables.
I'll check those ends before I leave.
Okay. So the local market testing Anytime. Welcome back. by the way.
Yeah, thank you.
The reason we started doing it is because of Coach.
Yeah.
And the first year was very lonely. It was Ed and I sitting at a table kidding because the only people they let in were families of the profession. And it was just like, it was just a ghost town. It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, we haven't shown in 2 years. And I was just like,
Well, I gotta tell you, I'm really fortunate. And the first year we did this, I was like, all I'm doing is that was play. So what
Here's this, dude.
there was a young lady. What's that?
There's,
Oh,
there
thank
was,
you.
One good down there, one bad.
Okay. I'll get him fixed
Just
between.
get sick real quick and watch this and then I'm out.
Okay. But, so I'm just asking questions. But then it got to the years. And I swear this girl was probably 6 or 8 years old. And I'm watching her wrestle back steer.
pretty wild, right? Scary
my
almost.
God. Well, yeah, I'm like, that thing could just. But she handled that thing like nobody's business. And I was like, this is so far out of my experience as a child. It was mind blowing.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've really enjoyed it. Except for the long days, I could do without that. But Yeah, I think it's oh shoot. Should probably put this up over here.
Oh, so you're not going through the loop.
No, straight to YouTube. Yeah, because yeah, I went along and turned the audio on by the cameras, and it still doesn't give me any ambient audio from the camera. So that's why I've had to use my laptop. Oh, I don't. After what happened to my cables last year, I don't want to have much more on this cable. I even brought an audio cable with me, and I just thought that they're too expensive to be trashing over here. Right, and we were sitting right there next to it. But when I realized because they have that cable there, and I couldn't sit there anymore, that may not be a bad idea. See, I can put that on my list for next year. Another improvement that we can do that we can just go into, go from his and this is the fun thing about these events. All you have to do is every so often just change the camera. If you notice one picture gets a little thin, you just find, okay, where's a lot of them? Punch it in. Yes, I had one situation yesterday, one time where it came up and said they were getting a poor signal at YouTube, but it didn't drop. It came back up, and everything's looking fine. That'll be fine. I've got.
This is a great way to start the day here at the Summit County Fair, my first day here. Just a great class, I think, at this 2:30 weight. I think, there's a lot of things to discuss. I'm going to release my first 4 out. I'm hopefully trainable. I told Mont, usually I work top down, but I'm going to work Brantley Gilbert style. We're going to go bottoms up. First out, I'm going to release Marty right here with this spot barrow. A barrow that, has a tremendous amount of shape and length. Maybe as you look at his blade, work down his top line. He's got a little bit of shape there, but I think if you start at the ground up on this one, just too narrow at the base, doesn't have enough power when you step in behind him. Congratulations, Marty, though. You'll get to sell on Saturday. And then Kesley, go ahead and raise your whip, because just in case nobody, Kesley right there, right? There you go. Another barrow, I think that kind of follows the type and kind in terms of the amount of horsepower he brings to this ring. Wants to be real flat in his rib cage. Again, Kesley, I think you fed him good. He's got some shape, and especially when you look at the center portion of that ham. But there's just at the ground again, one that's too base narrow. Congratulations, Kesley, on your blue ribbon. Keaton, where did Keaton go on me? They're diving in here. Keaton, right? Right, there we go. The belted barrow there. I think this is just a solid kind of consumer choice pig. He's got some shape. He's over his top line, but again, I have to be critical of this one, Keaton. At the ground, he just comes really tight at the base of that body. Wants to be flat towards the inner seams of that ham, and I just don't think he has enough power or bone to come. And then he wants to be real soft on those pasterns. So I'm going to be kind of critical on this one in terms of structure. Congratulations, Keaton, on your blue ribbon. Coleman over here to my right. Another pig that I think has a lot of good parts and pieces in terms of length and has some shape still down that top. For me, though, Coleman, she just doesn't have enough bone. She's not big-footed enough. She's more typical maybe of something I would have chose 5 or 6 years ago, but now she's just not big and tough enough and big bone. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Coleman.
Seeing yesterday, I had camera 1 and 3 basically the same shot. 3 was a little bit there, but they looked the same. And so this time I thought I pushed camera 1 in to the gate itself. So as they come out, I get them tight, and then I can go to the wider shot. But I think, when it's working good. And I couldn't have done it without you. Man, no, seriously, I was sitting here yesterday.
Class number 2, please make your way to the holding pen. Class number 2, make your way into the holding pen, please.
So again, yet another reason why I owe you lunch. You're gonna get lunch all the time before you know it. Have you ever been there? I don't know why people. I've been to a couple of events. I've never paid for lunch there, but my wife, back in the day when she worked for an ad agency, she did invited me to go. And literally, food, to me, just, okay, so it's gourmet, but give me a good combo pizza anything. In fact, I used to work for Triad. Of course, it's not called Triad, but you know where KSL is? So that whole, the 2 blocks, we call it the Triad Center, and Adnan Khashoggi was going to build these massive office buildings and everything.
The next group I'm going to release, I'm going to start off with Levi's hog. Levi, go ahead and raise your stick up there. A hog that you clipped him down pretty tight, or she, I think, I can't remember. There we go, him. You clipped him down pretty tight, so it made him appear more expressive when you get all views on this one. Step in front of him. He's super fresh there, right behind that blade. I think he's got enough shape, but Levi, he just doesn't have as much power, I think, as the last pigs I have out in this class, but you did a great job beating this one out. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Levi. Kaden, I guilt that from the profile as you drive her side and Rainbow are out here, I think she has a lot of good pieces. She's extremely long from right behind that blade. Get up over the top. I like her shape. Maybe this is one where I'd like to open her up though right after that 13th rib. She wants to pinch as she works into that hip and loin junction. Like her from behind though, and that's why you were still left out here. Congratulations, Sydney, or Kaden, on your blue ribbon. Sydney, another gilt that I like a lot of pieces, especially when you get on the top side of this one, skeleton. She's super expressive. She's super flexible down her top. As she comes to the ground, though, especially at those hocks and knees, she wants to get base narrow at the base of that body, rib cage. So I'm going to sort her out in this group. Congratulations, Sydney, on your blue ribbon.
I don't want to suddenly go, oh, I lost the connection and drop my name. So ready for this. Oh yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're not gonna see anything. I know my wife's like, so what are you gonna do while you're home? I'm like, oh yeah, I can find plenty of yard work to do. We had an apple in our backyard. Two. Yeah, I got one about 2. And I tell you, I was 30, I drive it home and I'm like, just make it home and make it. And then that alarm went off. I couldn't, you get home. You ramped up. You can't go right to sleep. Yeah. Yeah. And then, I just tossed and turned. My wife got up and docked about 4, and I was still awake. I thought, oh, you're going to be in trouble.
Please help me in congratulating this group of 3 here left standing out in the arena, their top 3. I think if you out in Sesame Street world, I've got 2 that are kind of my favorite. Engaged, not to take anything away from the freshness and cutability that I have in the hog that you brought to the table or the ring here. I like how good she's got big enough feet on her. I think she's really clean behind that blade. Like her shape down her top, like her depth of size. Maybe when we compare the other two, they just got a little more mass and power. But for me, a solid third. Congratulations, Gage, on being left out here in this final top grade. Taven, right? Between Taven and Tucker's pigs, not gonna lie, they both honestly hit me really hard as they came into the arena. I think as you start to sort them in terms of parts and pieces, maybe you prefer Tucker's just a little bit in terms of how he is built up front. I like the angle to his extension up front. Maybe just a little too straight off those rear two, and that's why I'm going to start Taven's pig to win this class. Congratulations, Taven. Oh, I'm not supposed to say win. Sorry about that. I've got to be trainable. I just think two solid pigs to come back for the start side of things. So Taven and Tucker will be back in the start class. Please put your hands together one more time as they sort.
Bringing back Taven Fawcett and Tucker Thomas, the final drive. Taven and Tucker, be ready for the final drive. Class number 2, go ahead and make your way into the ring. Class 2 into the ring. Class 2 is weight class 231 to 245, 9 entries, 231 to 245.
Yeah, if you can't find it, I'd be more than happy to email you. But yeah, usually everybody. Now let's just hope I do a good job for you. But it's funny because you don't get kids sometime on camera. But I don't know them. And it's like, especially with the nothing drives me crazy. Yeah.
Thank you.
And it will be there after it's over. It will live eternally.
You know, this would have been nice if they ever asked if it was nice to get this
Well,
for the whole thing, so they can send it out to clients.
you know, to have this up and just to be able to put that. Yeah. Yeah. stuff like this ABC. It was surprising to me.
Please give a warm congratulations to the second class in the market hog side of things. I'm going to release my first board down here over at the pin, into the pin. Buck, no offense, why he wants to go to the pin, I think, is because he was done, in my opinion, maybe like 30 days ago. He's a pig that I think has some muscle, has some ability to come out here and do some good things, but he's pushing those limits of fat. So he needed Weight Watchers about probably like 20 days ago to clean him up in that jowl. He's a pig that just looks pretty stale. And that's important when we talk about the ability to go to the rail with some cutability. Congratulations, Buck, on your blue ribbon. Kai, you're down there too. Just a gilt that has she on the other side compared to Buck's hog that just left the arena is super shapely. She's fresh about that blade. She get behind her. But at the ground again, another one that just doesn't have enough horsepower and has to sort to the bottom of this class. Then next up will be Ava out here with that blue little off-colored gilt. Ava, she's pretty fancy in terms of her color and her belt color. But she's just super narrow. She gets to the top side of this one. She doesn't open up and wedge outside of the back side of that blade like I'd like her to. She's got a pretty big foot on her, so there are some good pieces in there, but I just don't think she's built square enough to compete with the rest of the class. Finally, it'll be Sawyer, right over here. Sawyer, your pig, of course, has some skeletal problems, and while he has some good pieces in terms of meat value, I gotta kick him out just because he's fallen outside of that skeleton, blowing out the front end and not moving as well as the others. Let's give him another round of applause as those exit the arena for the final time.
Class number three, make your way to the holding pen. Class 3 to the holding pen.
We'll go ahead and give this last group a round of applause, and I'll point out your 2 star hogs here at the end. I talked about Sawyer, so I'll start with Grace. Grace, go ahead and raise your whip over there. A gilt that kind of follows. I kind of got really critical on one of the hogs earlier in terms of their ability to move. And here's one that just doesn't have the running gears, I think, to have the staying power. And sometimes as you're at this point and you say, hey, well, the carcass is all that counts. But they've got sisters or moms out there making them 2 straight off of both ends. And unfortunately, this is a show. And so I would say that's for you, Grace. Just a pig, has some length, has some freshness about her top side, but she just made 2 straight off of both ends. Congratulations, Grace, on your blue ribbon. Riker, this is a hog that as he drives out here, he's super powerful. I like how bold-bladed he is. He's another one, expressive down his top, but he gives up some structural function that maybe I'm in his last 3, especially as you step in behind him. He wants to pop and wheel off those rear 2, way too stiff for me. Congratulations, Riker, on your blue ribbon. Mason, a lot of the times I have to pick on Burks or Burke crosses, but let me tell you what, I think you dialed this one in terms of condition. And they're a heritage meet, and the one thing that Burks have the advantage is marbling over these crossbreds. So sell that to your buyer. I'm going to kick you out just because he doesn't have enough meat. The last 2 I have in him, but you did a great job keeping this bird fresh. Congratulations, Mason, on your blue ribbon. I think Adley's and Walker's pigs do a lot of good things just in terms of the amount of muscle, and I'll just talk them real fast because I know they'll be back for the star class. Adley, there's some pieces of this one that I'd like to make better, especially off his rear 2. His hip and hind legs a little steep, and he doesn't move off the rear 2 as good, but I think he's still holding it together out here. What I like most about him is his shape from the side. You get up at the top of his skeleton, he's so open. You can see where that pork chop's gonna come from. He's got some pop and flair to there, and I like how deep-sided he is. He might not be as fresh and as big through the ham end as Walker's gilt, but he's got enough power to go back in the star class from this class. Congratulations, Adley. Walker brought in a gilt here with a ton of horsepower. I like how when I get to the front of her, she's super opened up through that chest floor. She maintains that openness through the base side of that cavity. I think when we talk the ability to put some white meat on a consumer's plate, this is a gilt that's just going to feed a family of 5 for a long time, maybe compared to the other ones in the class, because she has so much muscle from end to end. Congratulations, Walker, on coming back from the star class.
Coming back from class 2, Walker Wolstenhume, Adley Hamilton. You're ready for the final drive, star class 2. Class 3, enter the show ring. Class 3, come on into the show ring. Class 3 has 9 entries. Weight class 249 to 251. Class 3, 249 to 251, 9 entries.
If you go to YouTube, I'm surprised how many people that way. If they should post it, and we're perfect. This is the first year I've actually gotten feeds. So, right. I mean, I've gotten them every year, but like yesterday morning. So this, you're supposed to be able to set up the feed in the software and then go. But once I settled between pigs and the lambs, that I had time to Google it and go, well, they're not bedfellows on YouTube in this country. And so YouTube is weird. So you can't promote it. So you have to go into YouTube itself. Once I figured that out, the other two streams just and this today is doing perfect. You know, you just never know. And so, you know, and not to mention when you're setting up a live feed, it's not like you can set it up here and just have some you know, you can set it up. There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way. But I just need to sit down and think about, okay, now that we got this figured out, let's figure out how to get there in a timely fashion. Even if it's, you know, maybe we can do it the day before, post the weeks, and say, okay, you know, just, or even just the instructions, go to YouTube, this is a Ken you know, it's easier that way than to put a link in my opinion, because then it doesn't change from year to year. You betcha. Yeah, if it starts raining, would you be willing to lay across my equipment? Hi. It started yesterday, and of course, everything is getting soaked, and I didn't have a tarp, and I'm calling you. Yes, yes.
Please help me in congratulating this class with a warm round of applause. I think I'll start letting them go out here. Hudson right here with your white Barrow. I think at the top of this one, I like his freshness and cutability. When he goes to the cooler, I think he'll stay within that category of USDA number 1. But when I step in behind him and look at his top, Hudson, there's just not enough meat power there. I like him, how fresh he is again, but he just doesn't have enough ability to put some bacon and pork chops on the plate. Then I'll go Hayden's Black Barrow. Where did Hayden go? Oh, there you go. Hayden way over there with the Black Barrow. Hayden, man, I love your pig driving side to side. I think he's got some depth. When he comes and goes at me, though, he's got more fat and condition. He's pushing up through that lower third of his body. I think if you peel that back and take that off on the retail trim side, he's not going to have the cutability that the other ones that are in the class, but a nice hog on the drive side to side. Then Eli, where did Eli go? There we go, over there. Eli, your black belted Barrow, in terms of meat quality, I think he's dialed in. But at this level here in this class that I have left out here, structurally, he just falls apart on those rear tear. And I think you already knew that because you were hiding that from me. And the way I could tell is because his hocks were swollen. So that just means stress on those points. But you did a great job feeding that one out. Congratulations, Eli. Hayden, on the other hand, compared to maybe some of the hogs I talked earlier, I think yours would be, if I was going to use that, I always tell people to buy the lower end of the class if you want something that's real edible. And I think I like the freshness and condition on your hog. Just one, though, that doesn't have a shape to his blade. Gets real flat as he works down at the base of that body. And that's where the bacon comes from, you know, right there in that center. And so I just think in terms of pork belly ability, he's going to fall short of the ones I have left out here. Congratulations, Caden, on your blue ribbon.
Class number 4, make your way to the holding pen, please. Class 4, start making your way over to the holding pen. Class 4.
help me in congratulating these top 5 in this class. I'm right here for Addison's black belt in Barrow here, a Barrow that has a tremendous amount of extension. One though I have to get really critical of though, as you watch him on those running gears, he wants to be a little short. I gave him the advantage of that much meat power, Addison, and left him in this top 5, but he's going to sort out pretty handily in terms of how he moves. Ellie, another hog that I love the top shape on. I think when you talk about you talk about that rib and how open he is up a top side of his skeleton. He maintains that over that 13th rib, Ellie, but then as he comes together right before he hooks into that ham loin junction there, and I think that's where I'd like to make that one better. Congratulations, Ellie, on your blue ribbon. Aniston, I like a lot of pieces to your hog. I think in terms of her top shape and her ability to go to the table with a lot of raw white meat power, she's got that ability because she's so opened up. But when you come to the ground, this is one that gets awfully stiff and soft on that move. I think just she can't hold together for that star drive for me because she's just not built right at the ground. Congratulations, Aniston, on your blue ribbon. Ticey, another hog. I love the meat shape on this one. Talk about one if you're going to chase the ability to put a lot of product at the table. He's one to do it in the cooler. He's going to excel. I think, though, as we talk about one that can stay together again in the star drive, I don't think he can do it. At the ground, he's just too soft. Not enough big foot to him. But in terms of meat, I think you've got one that someone will like to buy on Saturday. Congratulations, Ticey, on your blue ribbon. Gracelyn, just from the time this one walked in the arena, I'm only going to bring back one, and maybe when you have one that's a standout like that, it puts the rest of the group can't push hard on this one. And so she's just out here moving around. I like her natural shape and dimension from end to end. I think she puts all the good pieces together. Again, if I want to get critical of her, maybe she steps just a little outside those hawks. But in terms of depth of size, she set the class standard. Congratulations, Gracelyn, on coming back with a star drive.
Coming back from this class is one hog. Gracelyn, Horton, Gracelyn, be ready for the final drive. Gracelyn. Class number 4 coming into the show ring has a weight split from 253 to 257. 253 to 257, 12 hogs, class 4.
So just, I love when they come in some of the hogs. It's like, get me away from that stick. That's the thing is I should get like an email so I know how many classes we have. But ultimately what I'd like to do is to be able to put up like a marker that says the class and everything. I don't know if I'd be ambitious enough to do a whole third meal where it gives the kids a name and all that. Maybe for the best of show. Hey, I gotta figure out how to do it. I have played with it, and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. So I gotta figure out that magic. What's that? Oh. Well. eventually it got up on its own. Nobody knew that. Oh, okay. Assuming this is the one that is correct on the other end.
One of
Yeah, that must not be a link price. Yeah, so that must be the one on the other end that's wrong. We'll find out.
I'll go redo that. There's one on that other end.
Yeah. And thank you again, dude. Well, it could be this one too. So, let me throw this up.
Main wire them on that other end.
Okay.
Ringside, please put your hands together for class 4 and the exhibitors. I'll start talking about Kaylee right here with that white gilt. Kaylee, I like how much expression she has in the center of the body. Like, she has some shape there. But as you get to the base side of that top line and that top line, she just tends to run out there, especially as you get between her ham seams. Just starting to put a little condition and comes together at that base of that hop. Like I said, though, center dimension, you have to appreciate that about her. Congratulations, Kaylee, on your blue ribbon. Crew, yours on the other hand has a tremendous amount of top shape, and I think you guys in the crowd can see. Like, you want to give her muscle shape advantage, I definitely do. You kept this one fresh. This is one, though, that starts with a bunch of refinement, and that is in the bone work in terms of how she moves off those forelegs. Come up through this top side of her. She's narrow, though. She has shape, but she's narrow, so I'll have to give her Set her to the bottom of the class because you got some high-powered pigs out here compared to her. But great job in terms of feeding her crew. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. Royson, right here, right? No, yep, Royson. Your pig, on the other hand, top shape really good, but one gets super flat as you work to the base of his skeleton. And Royson, we talk a lot about bacon and bellies because bacon is a high price cut. Everybody knows, but even though we learned all these years bacon was not a high price cut, we'll go to the store and look at dollars per pound. And I think that's where your pig comes at a disadvantage. Maybe not as much shape and muscle there through that bottom side at the belly there. Congratulations, Royson, on your blue ribbon. Ninth will be Layla. Go ahead and raise your stick. I lost that one in my mind. Layla, there we go. The shape pig, Layla, again, I think you shaped her, and so it made her look a lot more expressive than she could be. She's got enough base width, just not enough muscle compared to on the top side compared to my top hogs that I'm going to leave out here. Next up will be Gunner. We're going to raise your, there we go. That's what I thought. I was looking at you. I had to make sure. Gunner, there's a lot of pieces to this one, and when she's driving side to side out here. But when she comes at me, there's some problems. And you probably already heard me talk earlier. She wants to get outside of that skeleton. She's ouchy on those 4 feet. So for her, she has to sort down this class because of the structure. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. 7th will be Malia, right here, right? Malia. Another hog there, maybe in the lighter weight class would have showed really well, but you've got some powerhouses out here. And it's about comparables in this game. One, though, that I step in behind, I think where he loses it compared to the others out here left standing, is that he just doesn't have a big enough ham in. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Malia.
Class number 5, make your way to the holding pen. Class 5, make your way to the holding pen, please. Class 5.
No. I knew going in. I knew that because I just yeah I knew I think they were
Please help me in congratulating these top 6 with a warm round of applause. Chandler, there's a lot of good pieces to this one in terms of how much bone and foot size she has. I like how she's open enough behind that blade, but just maybe not enough side compared to the ones I have left out here. Congratulations, Chandler, on your blue ribbon. Kaden, right? I like the top side of your hog a lot. Like, this is one that hits me really hard driving out here side to side if I look just from the bottom of that side of that blade to the top. But as she comes together at the base of that skeleton, that's where I'd like to fix her. And then, of course, give her more flex off of both ends. Congratulations, Hayden, on your blue ribbon. Boston out here with a cool tie, a really cool hog. How much shape this one has at the top side there of his chine, where that top side of that rib is. And there's Boston. Maybe that's where I get critical of him. As he works past that point, he tends to narrow. He's going to go 4th in this class. Congratulations, Boston. Aspen, a really good deal. Really, right? And I like how expressive she is up over her top line. But for me, she's just not patterned right. And you guys can see as she moves, we like him to show up headed because that tells us there's a lot of flex to that spine. And Aspen, her head is set so down low. I think it's skeletal for this one, and that's why she has to go 3rd. Congratulations, Aspen, on your blue ribbon. Out here for my star class, I guess your first name has to end in S-Y-N because that's all I have out here between Hudson and Kaden. 2 hogs that I think are very similar in terms of you've started the ground. They're big pod. You like how good they are on their move. They have staying power. Maybe there's where I'd say Hudson, yours is a little straighter off his rear too, but her rear too, but a really good hogs in terms of how she's balanced in performance from end to end. So you'll be back for the start class with her, Hudson. Congratulations on that. Kaden, and I talked about Aspen's head, that pig being a little low headed. I think yours is on the opposite end of the spectrum, how good she's made. We're looking for the one that's the hardest to make and still go to the cooler and perform well there. And I think this is the guild to do it in this class. Like how extended she is, like how big ended she is. Congratulations, Kaden. You'll also be back for the star class.
Coming back to that star class, Hudson Wolf, Hayden Wolf, both are ready for the star class final drive. Class 5, make your way into your show ring, please. Class 5 to the show ring. Class 5 has a weight split from 259 to 266. 259, 266, Class 5, 10 entries.
really impressive. Yeah.
Let's go. They should be video. Yeah. It is pretty weird. So, could have done it. Should have done it twice.
19 my own. I got married in 85. Well, this is the big thing on it. Yeah. All right. See, and that's the problem. That too many moves.
Yeah.
My dad says I've got a. I don't think that's accurate though. That's just my opinion. That's because nobody ever thinks of it.
This is so nice.
Oh, yeah.
See, I don't have it. They're on TV and they still sell out the arena, so.
They're a lot higher price than anything.
But the point being is that to me, there's no better place to watch than
Please help me in congratulating the Class 5 exhibitors as they start to leave the arena. For me, Andy's wife, Barrow, is a standout in terms of, I always call him deer hunter special, Andy, because a lot of times it's important that we feed these hogs out, and that white fat is important. It has a place out here. So if you ever have a judge tell you to be ultra critical that just because you brought in a fat pig, tell them I have a place. Deer hunters and antelope hunters love me because they need the fat off of my hog to make their deer sausage taste a little bit better. Thank you for beating him out. He just doesn't have enough muscle. Congratulations, Andy, on your blue ribbon. Ninth, Hattie, right? Yay, Hattie. Hattie, your pig has some shape on the other hand. So he's got some lean value. One, though, that just wants to round out in terms of skeleton. He gets real low on his front end, steep off his rear, too. He's just not built right. But you did a great job beating this one. Congratulations, Hattie, on your blue ribbon. Sydney, I don't know if you won showmanship yesterday, but in my mind, you did today. So if there was showmanship today, you were showing that gilt, and by far, she's just a little more common and plain than everybody else out here, but you showed her like a champion, and your skin, hair, and coat look good on her, so I'm going to talk about your showmanship. You set yourself apart. Your gilt just doesn't have enough meat to compete with the rest of the class today. Congratulations, Sydney, on your blue ribbon. Ruby Ann, right here, right? I love that name, by the way. Ruby Ann, if I could take a magic wand and just take both ends of your pig off and leave that center portion and build from there on that one, that's where I'd like to start. He's so open in his rib cage, but man, he gets a little too soft and open on both sides of his skeleton. So I think it's structure that puts him in the middle of this class. Love his center body, though. Congratulations, Ruby Ann, on your blue ribbon. Mikkel, where did Mikkel go? Over here, there we go. Mikkel, a pig that I leave in here maybe a little longer than some judges would, because I don't mind him to be a little bit more heavier in the condition. He's one, though, that when you talk about cutability, he's already full in that jowl. He's filled up in that lower 1/3. I think he's just falls short in terms of lean value compared to the rest of the class. Congratulations, Mikkel. Kyson out there with your checked back gilt, a gilt that has a tremendous amount of length, and I appreciate how you fed her. She kept her condition very well from end to end. Just one that doesn't have enough side and shape compared to what I have left in the class. Congratulations, Kyson. Let's go give him one more round of applause as I evaluate the last one.
Class number 6. Class 6, start making your way into the holding pen. Class 6, please make your way to the holding pen.
Please help me in congratulating these final 4. It's a big round of applause. Taven, I know he's over there screaming. It had nothing to do with it at all. It's just that this is one, I like the length, I like the flexibility and how he's made it. Talk about one that's maybe better in my final 2 that I'm going to bring back for the star on how he steps down so well on his rear too. He's just one that wants to get flat and plain from behind. He'll go 4th in the class. Congratulations, Taven. Eric, if I was going to chase muscle shape, I'd have to go with your Barrow. He is so big and beastly as he moves out here from all views. One, though, that just gets super soft, just not maybe as pretty and well designed. He wants to break right there over that loin edge compared to the 2 I have left, but a super solid hog. And when he goes to the cooler, he's going to do well. Congratulations, Eric, on your blue ribbon. The 2 out here, I won't disagree with you that I have left. Maybe are 2 that I'd like to make better on their feet and legs. But after that, look at them in terms of how they're built. I like how smooth they are in their shoulder and design. So Olivia and Kate, you will be back for the final drive. Congratulations.
Coming back will be Kate Liger and Olivia Wolstenham. Final drive, get ready. Those 2 hog girls. Congratulations. Class number 6, make your way to the show ring, please. Class 6 to the show ring. Weights on class 6, 267 to 271, 267, 271, class 6, 9 entries.
Thanks again for your help, man.
This is class 6. Bring him, Ryan.
Ringside, please put your hands together for Class 6 and their exhibitors. A really good class, I think, from top to bottom. There's a lot of raw meat power out here in terms of, I think, consumers will have a really good product to go to the plate with on Saturday. For me, they start to sort pretty easily with Eli's hog here to leave the arena first. Just a hog that Eli, really long. I think in terms of finish, he's adequate from end to end. Just not enough power at the ground, and continue to the top side of that skeleton. Congratulations, Eli, on your blue ribbon. My top showgirl out here again, Sydney. Just solid hogs, I think, in terms of over commercial side of things. These hogs would do very well in the cooler. Again, Sydney, if I was going to tell you one thing, when you go to pick out your hogs to match your showmanship style next year, pick out hogs that are stout-faced and big-footed. And I think the muscle will come with that and match your showmanship style. Congratulations, Sydney, on your blue ribbon. Chadwin right here. Chadwin, right? Did I say it right? Okay, on your pig, kind of similar in terms of Sydney's, but I think your advantage of your hog, while you'll be 7th in this class, is just like that one up over the chine, more open in the rib shape up front. Then Lainey, right here in front of you, right, Lainey? No. Yeah, Lainey, she wouldn't look at me. You guys gotta look at me, so confirm that I know your name. Lainey, right here. On this calico belted barrow, a tremendous amount of length, maybe has more bone and substance than some of the ones left in the class, but I think here's one that inverts when you look at the top of the shape of his body there, and as he comes down to his hocks and his knees, wants to get. Adley, on your blue-butted barrow, love this one from the middle. Though at the ground, he wants to be more refined, and it kind of matches his muscle pattern. Like to just blow him out there, especially as he opens up in that loin. Congratulations, Adley, on your blue ribbon. That should leave 4, so I'll sort the final 4.
Class number 7, make your way over to the holding pen. Go to the holding pen, check in your numbers. Make sure you check numbers in when you go into the holding pen, guys. Class 7 to the holding pen.
Put your hands together one more time, please, for these final 4 gentlemen. Cole, I'm going to start talking about your belted gilt there. I really liked her. And then there's times that she kind of fell short compared to the final 4 out here. I like her down her top line. You have her super fresh. I like how green she is. As you work back through that ham seam, like her at the base of her skeleton, I just don't think she has as much muscle and maybe the flexibility as some of the ones I have left out here, but you did a great job picking out your pig. Congratulations, Cole, on your blue ribbon. Bo, on the other hand, you have one that maybe falls into some parts and pieces, and we talk on the balance side of things. But what I love about your gilt the most is when she drives out here from the side view, she's got so much pop and flare right there in that chine as you work over that loin. That tells me I think she's going to be a hog that puts a big old pork chop out for your buyer. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Bo. That means Kaden and Jared out here. Ones that there's a lot of discussion between these two, and maybe I kept Kaden out here. I know if you step in front and behind this one, she's not as powerful as some of the pigs already kicked out. But what I like best about this one is she is built right. She's on the go out here. Her running gear is dialed in. Like how smooth she is down her top line. Again, she may not be the best in terms of you look at that hip and hind leg, but I think this is one where the pieces all fit together. Congratulations, Caden, on your blue ribbon, or Star Drive ribbon. Jared, on the other hand, I think you have a gilt that's a little bit more powerful as you look at her on the top side. I like how open and expressive and deep she is. So when we talk about the ability to make one that's three-dimensional, she is very three-dimensional. If I could slip her just inside of the hip and the pin set, that would be more ideal, but she's the one that I think set the standard in this class. Congratulations, Jared, on coming back from the Star Drive.
Going back will be Jared Paget, Caden Wolf. Come back for the Star Drive when we call. Make sure your hogs are ready. Congratulations. Class 7, come on into the show ring. Class 7, come on into the show ring. Class 7 has a weight break of 272 to 275. 272 to 275.
I think there's a list up on the wall. I can't be sure. That may be the list for the classes yesterday. You bet.
Ringside, please put your hands together for the exhibitors in class 7. Aiden out here, you and another one are showing that gilt so well. And she has a tremendous amount of length. I like her in terms of her shape on her top side. Just she wants to get really flat, Aiden. So I talk about those high price cut size of things in terms of cutability she's dialed in. But I just don't think her pork chop will be big enough for me to go higher in the class today. Congratulations, Aiden, on your blue ribbon. Peyton, you brought in the token Durock out here, and I like this Barrow, and he's got some really good pieces. If you just look at him on his top shape there, the work down to the base of this one just comes too close between those hocks and knees. Congratulations, Peyton, on your blue ribbon. Quincy out there with that broken belted Barrow. There, I like this one on the drive side to side, Quincy. But as he comes and goes at you, he just falls into 3 pieces. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. Emma, right here in front of me. Emma, right? Good. Emma, on your big white belted Barrow there. I like him from his 13th rib back in the center portion of his body. But he's one that gets flat right there behind his forerib and wants to pinch at the top of that hip. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Emma. Lola, yours and Emma's pigs are very similar, but there's one distinctive difference, and that one is yours is a lot fresher. She's so clean up through her jowl compared to the pig I just talked about. I like how much shape she has right there as her skeleton, where her spine comes in and ties. She's one that has a lot of expression up top, just not enough bone work to compete with what I have out here in the class. Congratulations, Lola, on your blue ribbon. That should leave me my final 4. Let's put our hands together one more time.
Class number 8, make your way to the holding pen, please. Class number 8, to the holding pen and check in ear tags. Class 8, holding pen.
Please help me and congratulations the top 4 exhibitors out here with a round of applause. The 4 out here, I think I have a lot of things to discuss, but if I start at the ground and one maybe that's this big pod is the other 3. One that wants to be a little tighter, especially as you look at the hype and hind leg, will be Ashton's Barrow. But Ashton, I like this Barrow in terms of shape. Got enough muscle for him. He's just skeleton, and he's going to sort 4th in this class. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Ashton. Kyson, another one at the ground. This gal is super long body. Love how deep shaped she is. Maybe she's a little softer and not as fresh as the last 2 I have out here. And you get behind this one, I think she stays well within her pin set. Congratulations, Kyson, on your blue ribbon. That should leave Knox and Tucker out here in terms of, we got one girl, the girl against the boy in this situation, but I think I want to see them both back in the star drive. No doubt Knox is a little bit fresher up at the top. more expressive through that ham end. But I think if you look at them in terms of depth, and one where Tucker's might have a little bit of advantage. I like how this one shows so up-headed, as smooth as he takes.
Back, Tucker Thomas and Knox Wilson. Congratulations, guys. Be ready for that final drive. Class number 8, make your way into the ring, please. Class number 8, make your way into the ring. Class 8 has 12 entries. Weight class is 276 to 279. 276 to 279. This is class number 8, 12 hogs.
really good class of hogs. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause. I have Ava out here. Where's Ava go? Behind you right here, Ava. Nope. Where's Ava? There you are, Ava. With this gilt, she obviously has some Burke influence, so I say her credibility lies in the fact that she'll have a high marbling kind of hog. Just got enough muscle out here to compete with the rest of the class. Aspen, there we go, right? Aspen, your hog is very similar in terms of the type of muscle and maybe the amount of muscle, but I like how fresh she is in terms of competing with Ava's class hog on the bottom. She's got enough shape behind her blade. She's got enough shape there on the ham end. Congratulations, Aspen, on your blue ribbon. Tristan. Tristan, right here, right? On this white belted Barrow, he's extremely long. I think he has enough bone work, structure of bone there, but just one that's real flat. Flat in his blade, wants to be flat through the center portion of that ham and in that belly. So I just don't think he has enough product compared to the rest of the class. So you'll have a blue ribbon. Gauge. Right there we go. On this blue button compared to Barrow, compared to the other ones I just talked about, he by far is a high cutability hog. You look how much shape he has down his top line. I like how clean he is through his ham seams. He's long, but Gage, he just doesn't have enough base width to compete with the rest of the class. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Gage. Cadlin, on the other hand, when you drive this hog out here, he's super three-dimensional, but I think one that's maybe carrying a little fat and finish down through his lower 1/3, and that's where I'd like to make him better. He wants to together ever so slightly at the base of that whip, and you guys can see as he moves out here, Cadlin, I just say he's jiggly, and so we don't like our pigs to be so jiggly here at the end, so maybe he needed some Weight Watchers a couple days ago, and I think he would have showed better for you because he has plenty of muscle. Congratulations, Cadlin, on your blue ribbon. I should have 7 left. Let's put our hands together as I sort this final 7.
Class number 9, please make your way over to the holding pen, please. Class 9, start making your way over to the holding pen. Class 9, check your ear tags in, make your way to the holding pen.
right, with this gilt. And you know, as she drives out across here, she's one that's super deep. If you use one word to describe her, she drops down in terms of her body shape there down to that knee and hop. One though that Camden, I think I would have put on a diet a few weeks ago just to keep that shape to that lower 1/3, make her a little bit fresher. Because she wants to be more refined in her bone work, and so that's why we got to keep them a little bit more on the fresher side. Congratulations, Camden, on your blue ribbon. Hayden, we're getting the screamer out of here. I can't take it anymore. I can't think. I think though, Hayden, you did a great job beating this one. I like the expression from end to end on this guy, just not built right at the ground. Congratulations, Hayden, on your blue ribbon. Lindsay, right here, right? Yeah, okay. Lindsay, on your spotted gilt, on the other hand, compared to some maybe one hog I left out here, is a high cutability hog that's not going to require much retail trim at the cooler. I think she just wants to flatten, gets real flat in that rib shape. So I'm going to sort her into that 5th hole. Congratulations, Lindsay. That should be my top 4 hogs out here. Yes, please put your hands together one more time. I'll get them sorted. Please help me in congratulating these top 4 exhibitors in Class 8 with a big round of applause. I'm going to kick Austin's Calico Belted gilt out there, a gilt that I like her at the ground, Austin. I think she has a big enough pair of shoes to hit a whole different level of running gears out here, but one that gets a little too flat compared to the 3 I have about her. Congratulations, though. Nice job with that hog, Austin. In 3rd, I think it's a tough, maybe there's a lot of things to discussion who could go 3rd, but Austin, or Riel, I'm going to land your hog, your gilt there in 3rd. I think just in terms of that barrel, just wants to be too steep off of both ends. It doesn't want to drive out with enough flexibility to its spine. That leaves Camden and Tyler out here. I think this is my class where I can say my top 2 stars that are going to the final drive there are very similar. And so I like that as a judge to be able to say, you can see kind of what I'm looking for. Both of these hogs can get their head up and drive. Maybe there's a little difference in terms of length and extension out past that 13th rib, but 2 solid hogs. Congratulations, Tyler and Camden. We'll be back for the start drive.
Coming back in is Tyler Woolston here in Camden. Cox, congratulations, guys. Have those hogs ready for this start drive. Class number 9, come on into the show ring. Class number 9 into the show ring. Class 9 has 10 entries, weights of 280 and 281. 280 to 281, 10 hogs, class 9.
Please, ringside, help me by putting your hands together for class 9 and the exhibitors of their project. Lola, it was good to see you back in class again today, and back in the show arena here on the side of things. Hawk has a lot of length of body. I think he's just perfect in terms of condition, but unfortunately, Lola, he doesn't bring enough raw meat to the table to go to any further in the class today. Congratulations, Lola, on your blue ribbon. Ashlyn, where'd you go? Behind me? Okay, there we go. Ashlyn, very similar in terms of style. I lost you because you're a little bit on the short stature side compared to everybody else. But I like this girl in terms of expression on her hand in. But Ashlyn, I just don't think in the middle she has enough bacon power to go higher in the class. Congratulations, Ashlyn, on your blue ribbon. Sydney, this Barrow's been fun to watch you show. Barrow that I like how open he is right at the top side of that chine. Maybe though is one that gets too tight in his hip and loin junction there. Congratulations, Sydney, on your blue ribbon. Grace, right in front of me, right? Grace, right here. Sorry, Grace. A skill that I liked a lot as she was, if you step way out and away from this one, she looks good in terms of freshness on her top side. One though, when I get close in, I can see how flat she is right there as she works down to her body cavity. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. Now, Sophie. I'm really lost in this class. Sophie's behind me. There we go. Sophie, on this Barrow, I like him a lot as he moves out in terms of how much muscle shape. Like he's one that gets a little too off on his feet and legs, not built right in terms of steepness of rump and shoulder. He'll have to go 6 in this class. Congratulations, Sophie. Let me look at this. Aniston. Right here. Here we go. Aniston, I like your gilt. I think yours and Adley's gilt right here. So the 2 gilts that are left out here, I'm going to sort them out on this side of things. Aniston and Adley, they kind of group together for me because I like them in terms of how much muscle they have. Aniston, I'm going to put yours 5th though. I just don't like the structure on this one. Really wants to get low fronted, but one that cranks out of the base of the tail head really well. So for him or for her, it's just her design. I think she's kind of flawed compared to what I'm going to leave out here for the star drive. Finally, Adley, I like this one, how much shape she has, and that does. There's going to point out that one thing. Shape in terms of the middle portion of her body, I love. It's her front end. I'd like to make her better and level her out that tail head to compete with the final 3. Congratulations, Adley, on your blue ribbon. I'll start the final 3. Put your hands together one more time for the 3 I've left out here.
Class 10, make your way to the holding pen. Class number 10, make your way to the holding pen and get checked in, please. Class 10.
I'll talk about them real fast. In terms of the top, the top 3 I have out here, I think I have the one that sorts pretty handily into that 3rd spot, a solid hog, Britain. But I just think if I start at the ground, this one doesn't have enough bone and footwork to compete with the final 2. I like how deep you have her. I think she's fresh enough. Congratulations, Britain, on being 3rd in blue. That leaves Ashton and Graceland out here. In terms of style of hogs, I think you can see they're very similar in how flexible they are. I like how they're designed up front, longer necked hogs that tie in so smoothly to that shoulder. There is a difference in terms of muscle. I won't talk about it too much. They're both coming back from the star drive. Congratulations, Graceland and Ashton. Let's give them a round of applause, baby, at the arena.
Going back, Ashton Johnson, Graceland Horton. Those are the 2 coming back from this class. Have them ready for the star drive. Congrats. Just finishing getting class 10 checked in the back. Class 10. When you're checked in, Ryan, go ahead and let them come to the show ring ready to go. Class 10 is going to have 10 entries in it. Weights of 282 to 287. 282, 287. This is class number 10.
help me in congratulating Class 10 and their exhibitors. As we get to heavier weights, you can start to sort these pretty easily in terms of the amount of finish and condition. And some of these hogs get a little staler at this weight. Maybe if they didn't get enough exercise and conditioning and prepping for the show arena at home. For me, though, they have a lot of the body and frame. And Presley, I'm going to send you out with a blue ribbon. This one's built like a freight train through the middle, but it's more of the hot dog style, I call it. Too little, too tubular in his makeup and kind. I don't think he has the terminal value that I have at the rest of the class. Congratulations, Presley, on your blue ribbon. Erica. Oh, there you are, right behind me. That was when I kept turning around. You were right behind me. Erica, on the other hand, I think your hog is a little fresher, but one that gets too narrow and as you work towards the back side of his hip and hind leg, he's got a ham end on him. I can't fault him for that, but it's just that loin where those pork chops come from. He's going to have to go 9th in the class. Congratulations, Erica, on your blue ribbon. Daxton has 2 hogs out here, and Kai is showing the guild on this side of things. Kai, I'm going to put her, so it'll be 92.54 into the 8th place hold. 8th place hold there. Just a long body gilt. Daxton, I think you did a great job in feeding these hogs out. But if I was going to tell you next year, look for something that's 3-dimensional, especially in the middle, because your hogs have some good things in terms of freshness from end to end. They are genetically made, I think, to look good in the show ring. Just not enough muscle in that center portion of that body. Congratulations, Daxton, on 8th with Kai's pig and 7th with yours. Eli, right here. Eli, on your black gill, a lot of shape to this one, and especially in the middle. I just kind of commented on Daxton's hogs in the middle. Yours has some shape and some boldness of blade there, but when she just doesn't want to, she's just too steep off of both ends. I think in terms of structure, she falls short of what I have out here in flexibility. Congratulations, Eli, on being 6th. That should leave me 5 out here. I'll get them sorted for you.
Class number 11, please make your way over to the holding pens. Please make your way over to the holding pens. Class 11, get checked in.
Please help me in congratulating these top 5 individuals in this class. Tylee, I left your gilt in here as long as I could. Just a tremendously gilt that's made with a lot of horsepower. She comes at me with so much. And one though that I really got to correct in terms of how she pieces together. She wants to get a little too soft on those pastors, but again, a nice hog in terms of terminal market value. Congratulations, Tylee, on your blue ribbon. Kinley, yours also is a really good gilt in terms of the amount of expression she has working down her top. Kinley's just when I get behind her, she wants to come together at the base side of that ham, and so that's where she's going to fall short at the top 3. Congratulations, Kinley, on your blue ribbon. Gunner, I wish your blue-butted barrow would show a little bit better for you because that ham end on that one is 3-dimensional. One note that maybe I can make him that wide. He wants to wedge out pretty good, but I think he needs to start wider at the front to make that look balanced from the side view. A great hog, though. Congratulations, Gunner, on your blue ribbon. That leaves Britton and Brooke out here. And sometimes, attrition gets hogs that aren't made right. And so for these two, I think they're built good enough. Obviously, these young people did a lot of homework at home so they could drive at the end here. Britton and Brooke, I like your guys' hogs just in terms of their staying power, and I think they have plenty of muscle. Their differences start, though, I think, in the hip and hind leg, and we'll talk about maybe more about that in that star drive. But a great set of hogs to round out this class. Congratulations, Brooke and Britton.
Going back to star drive, and Britton Wolfview and Brooke Flagger. Those will be coming back, have those hogs ready for the star drive thing. Congratulations. All right, class 11. When you're ready, bring them in, class 11. This is 8 entries, 8 hogs, weights from 289 to 297. This is class 11, 289 to 297, 8 hogs.
All of a sudden. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, the funny thing is I'm a city boy, and this is my job. And it's the first couple of years I did it, it's fascinating to see tiny little kids, and especially with the schools. I mean, the way they manage them and push them around and stand for exactly what they're doing. But I just kind of look at it and go, there is no yeah, I'm sorry. You're the best. Thanks so much.
Okay, class number 12, start making your way over to the holding pen. You've got a couple minutes, but class 12, make your way to the holding pen and get checked in. Class 12 to the holding pen.
Please put your hands together for class 11 out here in the exhibitors for these awesome heavyweight projects. Okay, don't kill me, but I actually already sorted the class, so I'm just going to talk them out as they leave the arena. Any filmy Lindsay down there with that belt at Barrow? Lindsay, in terms of, I like this one, how extended he is. He's made right. Just gets really tight and playing through the center portion of his body. Congratulations, Lindsay, on your blue ribbon. Deborah, when your hog comes out here, I like him in his rib shape. I think in terms of making a bacon up there up front, he's going to do great at that. It's his structure and tightness at the base of his skeleton that gets him. Congratulations, Deborah, on your blue ribbon. Kathleen, there we go. Or no, Camden. Camden right here next to her. Camden, if I could just cut that front end off on that hog, because I think from behind there, he opens up so well. I like how expressive he is through the ham end. It's just the front end that doesn't fit with what I have left out here. Nice hog and great job in feeding him. Congratulations, Camden, on your blue ribbon. Steel, the same thing. Sometimes a judge has to be critical of good hogs, and I think in terms of retail value, in terms of the meat on this one, I think he's dialed in. Just not enough at the base of his skeleton to compete with the rest of the class. But no, Steel, that you had a really good hog. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. Now, Kathleen, same thing. You know, you have a really good, solid hog. One that just gets a little wastier through his lower 1/3, and that's being awful critical of one that I like to eat. And when it comes down to auction time, congratulations, Kathleen, on your blue ribbon. Bo, again, another one that is super expressive. I love his robustness of shape through that middle section of his body. He's one that just gets short on both ends, so he doesn't have the balance and symmetry that I think I have out in the last two hogs in the class. Nice job on feeding him, Bo. Congratulations on your blue ribbon. Of course, that leaves Knox and Brooke out here again, repeats in terms of coming back to the star drive. Hogs that are a little bit changed up in terms of maybe their design and elite look, but I think have enough muscle. Still good out here in terms of staying power in their running years. Congratulations, Knox and Brooke. You'll be back again for the star drive.
Going back, Knox Wilson, Duke, Brooke Flagger with the two hogs out of class 11. Be sure you get those guys ready to go for the star drive, guys. Thank you. About the weight range of 300 to 302 type, 300 to 302, 8 hogs, class 12. Right, and let them in. Okay, here comes class 12. Like I said, 300 to 302, 8 entries, class 12. Okay, heavyweight class, that class 13 class, make your way over to the holding pen, please. Class 13 heavyweights, make your way towards the holding pen.
Please, ringside, put your hands together for class 12 exhibitors with their hog projects. Again, I sorted them all at 8, and they're pretty sortable in my mind. Sadie, with your white Barrow here is a long-bodied hog. I think he has enough frame size. One, though, that Sadie, if I talked about in terms of cutability, I think he's going to be the deer hunter special element. You put these all in the cooler, so he has just a little too much fat. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Sadie. Emerson on the other side, your 3-rock Barrow out there. A little bit of pressure on the top there as you work down his back. But one that comes base narrow, I just don't think he has enough third dimension quality there to go higher in the class. Congratulations, Emerson, on your blue ribbon. Chadlin, the problems with your hog, in my mind, I think in terms of meat value, he's right up there in that window. But at the ground, I just don't think he's big enough footed. He wants to be real refined, and it makes him look like he's walking on matchsticks because he's so powerful up on the top side. Congratulations, Chadlin, on your blue ribbon. I think then when I put the class together, Nash and Peyton's hogs felt very similar. Hogs that I think are, when you're chasing terminal value, I think they're dialed in with that window. I'm going to put fifth place. Nash's gilt here is going to go fifth. I just think as she walks in front of me, Nash, she just gets really close at her hogs. I wish she'd be more expressive on that lower end of that ham side of things. Congratulations, Nash, on your blue ribbon. Peyton, if I could just take your hog and redesign him from the middle down, I think that's where he could compete with the other hogs in the class. Peyton, you did a great job in feeding him out. I like how fresh he is from end to end. Just at the base side of things, he doesn't compete with the final 3. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Peyton. After that, I think as you study these hogs out here, I've got some similarities in terms of length. I think I've got 2 hogs that are longer sided, one a little bit shorter side, but maybe more expressively muscled. Chloe, I really like how you drive this gilt. I think she's built, or Barrow, I think he's built right in terms of flexibility of spine and how he cranks out at the base of that tail head. But here's one that I'd like to kind of have come at me with more chest floor, more base width of that hamstring. Nice job in terms of conditioning. Congratulations, Chloe, on being 3rd in blue. I've got my same power hogs with these heavier weights, and you guys can see it's pretty obvious. I've got one who has a little bit more muscle from end to end on Walker's gilt, and then Kate's Barrow out there is a little bit cooler in his makeup and kind. Like how he can get that head up. He's level enough down his spine, I think, for me, and he has enough muscle. Like I said, the disadvantage in this class, maybe I have hogs that are not as similar as some of my other classes, but I think they still have the quality to go to the star drive. Congratulations, Walker and Kate.
Coming back to that star drive out of this class is Walker Wolfsview and Kate Flagger. 1 class, guys, and then have them ready to come back. 1 class and ready to come back. Okay, this is class 12, our last class. This is our heavyweight class, 304 to 317. 304 to 317, 8 hogs in this class. This is class 13, and we will go right into our champion drive and our star class.
Okay, for all of the exhibitors back in the barn that are coming back in that final drive, we are not going to put you in the holding pen. We want you to come straight to the show ring when we call for you. Do not go to the holding pen, come straight into the show ring when we call.
Ringside, please give a warm round of applause to Class 13, a super heavyweight group of exhibitors under Hogs. Again, I got them sorted, so I'll let them go. Keeson, a really long hog, and I think one though that might have staled out on you because he's probably showing that in terms of he needed a little bit more diet. His fat is not as fresh maybe as some of the other hogs in the class, but again, one that is super extended. Congratulations, Keeson, on your blue ribbon. Erica, your hog, that big black Barrow has dove in down there and got stuck. And you guys can see, hopefully from this crowd, if you just went in a ham in them, and Erica, that's being pretty critical of a good one, but just not enough big on that ham in compared to the rest of the class. Congratulations, Erica, on your blue ribbon. Sophie, on the other hand, there's some freshness to the top side of this one, and I like him for that. The one, though, really gets out in parts and pieces, and that's where I'd like to smooth up his pattern and balance him, especially from the side. Congratulations on your blue ribbon, Sophie. Kimbry down there hidden again. I've got all these hogs hiding down there in the corner, but the Kimbry has that white belted hog there that she's got super fresh in terms of shading job. Kimbry for him, it's structure, and that's why he has to go fourth or fifth in this class. 2 straight off of both ends. We don't have staying power in terms of longevity. Presley with your light gill here. This one obviously was the eater of the two that you had. I like this one better in terms of how much muscle shape she has. She's deep-sided, but I think one maybe with a little bit more York influence doesn't give that dimension down low that I have in the final 3. Congratulations, Presley, on your blue ribbon. Ruby, when this one, you get out and away from this one, he looks really deep and has enough muscle, but at close inspection, he gets really tight where his hip and ham loins tie in, and I think that's his fault to go third in this class. Congratulations, Ruby, on your blue ribbon. That should leave John and Jared out here, and I've got a beast in one, and one that's super feminine and more refined in terms of freshness from end to end on Jared. Jared, maybe one thing about her, she wants to be soft on those feet and legs, but she has staying power out here. I can't falter on that. Congratulations on coming back for the star drive. John, again, he's a beast from the front of his chest floor and the base of that sternum. He maintains that out over his hip and hind leg. I had to find him, though, so let's hope with the star drive, get him watered up and maybe feed him. Hopefully he'll come in and show better for you. Congratulations, John, on making the star drive. Let's give him a round of applause as we go to the finals.
Jared and John, just stay right here in the ring. Don't leave the ring. Stay right here. So we got 25 hogs coming back to a final drive. 25 come back. Judge will work 5 off. That will leave us with 20, which will be your start class. So we're going to give these guys a little bit of time to move down, cool these 2 heavyweight pigs. We want to start bringing in the 23 pigs that are in the barn. Start coming this direction. Amen. Okay, bring them in, guys. Let's go. 23 coming in. 22 are already in here. We got 25. We're going down to 20. That's start class. Then we'll work bottom to top and award them as they go. It's going to be full, guys, so drive clear to the bottom end of the show ring, please. Drive clear to the bottom ring in. It's going to be a full class here for a second. Okay, Judge, here's your class, 25 of them, 25.
A lot of great hogs out here, and I think as you start reading these hogs from the ground up, it's pretty easy to start sorting through the star drive. But first of all, I'd like to commend these exhibitors and of course parents and all their support groups. Thank you for sharing your kids with me for the day today, or for this, at least these few hours. I always love moving to different areas of the world to especially the United States, to see the exhibitors and the quality that they bring to the table. I think each of these, we talk about being able to produce products that are good, food, farm to door, local, buy local, eat local, all those kind of things that come into play that now are pretty popular and buzzwords out in the real world. But I think when we really examine, even back in the early 1900s, what farm to local started right here in these show rings. From the time we started pushing these animals, whether it be hogs or sheep or goats or steers, this is where it was at. We were the beginning of time. We made it cool. So I think it's like that old, what was her name, Barbara Mandel song. I was country before country was cool. And I think that goes the same here. I applaud each of you. Ladies and gentlemen, I always on my final drive love to ask you to treat these kids like the American Idols, the America's Got Talent. Please oblige me by getting up on your feet, giving them a standing ovation, because these are the exhibitors that, maybe luck, but it also was a lot of hard work. They deserve our ovation. Please stand up and give them that round of applause they deserve. Thank you so much. That was the best one I've heard all season, and I've been to quite a few fairs lately, so thank you for that. Thank you again, Damani, and everyone that you guys know after COVID, we had a bunch of people that totally stood up and kept these fairs together, these livestock shows together. So of course, Mont and everyone at my table, all these supporters that you have here putting on the show. Oh, go ahead and stop your hogs. Sorry about that. Stop your hogs. Let's give our supporters and the sponsors and everyone that put on this show for you a big round of applause. Okay, now you can fire them back up. I'll go out and send out the first 5, but know that I think each of you, I do appreciate the hard work you put into this. I look forward to working with you in the future, or maybe seeing you down the road on the show side of things. Congratulations one more time. I'm going to show you your champions.
Twenty 25, Adley Hamilton, 25, Adley Hamilton. 24, it's going to go to Austin Thomas. Austin Thomas, 24. 23 is Taven Fawcett. 23, Taven Fawcett. '22 goes to Brooke Flagger, shown by Tylee Lott. 22, Brooke Flagger. '21 goes to, this turns right up, Walker Wolstenhume. 21, Walker Wolstenhume. Okay, guys, as we release this 21, that should leave us our top 20. That's your star class for 2022 Summit County Junior Livestock Hog Market Show. Give them a round of applause. It takes a lot of work to get your great class of hogs. Number 20, Jarrett Paget, star class. '19, Walker Wolstenhume as well. 19, Walker Wolstenhume. Number 18 goes to Camden Cox. 18, Camden Cox. Number 17 goes to Kate Flagger. 17, Kate Flagger. Number 16 goes to John Simmons. 16, John Simmons. This one's Caden Wolves. This is 15, Caden Wolf. 15, Caden Wolf. Number 14, Brooke. 14, Brooke Flagger. 14, Brooke Flagger. Number 13 goes Tucker Thomas. Tucker Thomas, 13. Twelve goes to Jarrett Paget. 12, Jarrett Paget. Number 11 goes to Hudson Wolf. 11, Hudson Wolf. Number 10, Olivia Wolstenhume. 10, Olivia Wolstenhume. Number 9 goes to Kate Flagger. Kate Flagger, number 9. Number 8, Knox Wolstenhume. Number 8, Knox Wolstenhume. Number 8 is Gracelyn Horton. Number 8, Gracelyn Horton. Number 7 goes to Caden Wolf. 7, Caden Wolf.
go ahead and you guys can stop here. Go ahead and shut them down for just a second. In my top 5 hogs out here, I think that, we always question, do we know what the judge is seeing, and do we put the like things together? I always call it Sesame Street world, do we have everything similar? And I think the last 5 hogs out here do a lot of good things, and maybe my favorite parts about these 5 hogs is how their ability is to drive with their head up. And my old extension agent always said, you can't eat pretty, so don't talk pretty too much. But in this stage of the game, no matter what species we're showing, we're trying to find the ones that are hardest to make. And those are the ones that can come at you with enough width, they can get their head up, and by far they are attractive. They hit your eye in their show arena because they're level down their tops. Again, it just gets into design. I'll show you who your top 5 are. I don't have to talk much about them. I think just talk in general shows you what I like. I can't believe how many gilts I have out here, and it doesn't really matter. I think in the scheme of things, we have gilts that won't make good moms, but they'll do good when they hit the cooler, and I think all of them will do that. Congratulations again. Fire them back up. I'm going to show you your top 5.
There's your grand champion, Tyler Wilson, your grand champion, 2022. Your reserve goes to Grace Horton. Grace Horton, your reserve champion, 2022. Knox is going to be in 3rd place. Knox Wilson in 3rd place. Congratulations. Ashton will go 4th. Ashton will go 4th. We'll put Britton and Wilson in 5th. Congratulations to everybody. Let's give Sandy a big round of applause. She did an awesome job working her kids, working our hogs. It's been a heck of a show.